So today we're going to talk about our new project, Muckspout Split. And but first, our new intro.
We love punk rock. We love comics. We are the misfits and the weirdos. We are Muckspout. We're having fun here. Why don't you join us? Yeah! Everyone divided. We are Muckspout. The little guys, the overlooked, you know we've got your backs. The indie and the underground, oh yeah. Everyone deserves a chance to let their bright light shine. We're Muckspout, we're Muckspout, oh yeah. We're Muckspout, we're Muckspout, oh yeah. We're Muckspout, we're Muckspout, oh yeah. We're Muckspout, we're Muckspout, oh yeah.
That's all the time.
That's all the time. Hey, John, how you been?
Good. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Just, working, making comics, trying to sell comics.
It's all about the comics, man.
It is comics and music. And
yes,
I think that's one thing that I'm excited about our new project. So our project is Muckspout Split #1. As any music fan that's, I don't know, probably at least underground music or whatever, like a split record has always been like a really easy way for musicians to put something out together that makes it a little more affordable. A couple songs aside or whatever. Sometimes a full album that's split. And it's an easy way.
I saw one recently that was 4 different bands doing 2 songs each. So yeah, it was about a full LP worth of stuff. So yeah. You can have a whole bunch of bands on there. It's not just 2 necessarily,
right?
Which is what we're about. We're kind of splitting the love with a few different people here.
Yeah, it gives everybody a chance to share with the new audience and just have an affordable way to put out some stories and some music. And that's what we got going on in this one. We got 3 stories. We got 5 new songs from the Prozacs. Well, J Prozac. But he's included members enough of the Prozacs, old and new, I think. So that's been pretty cool. And kind of what I've always wanted to do with comics. Like, at least since I've been working on the Blister, kicking around Blister for the last, I don't know, 18 years or something, I've kind of wanted to do music and comics together. Like, I've just always been a massive music fan. And so this kind of gave the opportunity. I've done some music with all of my projects, but this one was like putting the music in the forefront. And that was a lot of fun for me.
Yep. And I mean, that's how, just to give you guys a little history, that's how Eric and I really started getting to know each other. I glommed on to Blister because it was right up my alley. And he just, I would throw him a couple music recommendations. He'd do the same back and forth. And we just had a great rapport with that. And it just built into a fun little friendship that just turned into, like, I can't remember when we started the podcast exactly, but I remember you like messaging and I was like, I don't ever want to hear my fucking voice on radio or anything, but you talked me into it because we're talking about comics and music, and that's exactly what I want to be talking about. It's like if I go to a party or something and anybody talks about anything other than comics and music, maybe horror movies, I'm okay. But normal human stuff I'm not good at. But comics and music, man, that's my jam. So
yeah, I have like a whole box of music comics, and it's all because of you sending me links and me spending money.
Yes, I have been told that I am a very expensive friend sometimes, but I know that the people that would like the certain things, I like to share the love with those projects.
No, it's been great. I've come across so many things, and then the podcast, like I hate this shit. Like, I don't like being on camera. I make a living behind camera, but
yep.
I do love sharing the things that I love, and it's a really easy way to do that. And then connecting with people through doing the podcast. I got to have on like people like my buddy Josh from Smoking Popes, or Billy Mays, or Rob Kellenberger, like just people that I've known forever and can help share their stuff. It's just what I've always done anyways. So, and just
we've had some fantastic conversations, with some surprising conversations. Things have a way of turning into a completely different, like, we're trying to steer it one way and it goes a completely different direction, but it's never gotten completely out of control. And I think it's always been entertaining at very least. So.
Yeah. And then working with Ben Cook, he was great to have around, as long as he let us have him. And here we are with our book. So I guess as an overview, I mentioned that we have 3 stories. We also have poetry by Dan Allmiller, who has always been a Muckspout supporter. He'll be one of the if 2 people listen to this podcast, he'll be one of them.
And it was always like, I would put together the weekend music binge thing for the website, and I have a great time finding a bunch of new bands and stuff. But it's not like we get paid for this, so it's like it can be a lot of work for no money, and it feels like, do I have an audience? But he would always comment and always make me feel like, all right, as long as I know at least one person is entertained by this, I'm happy. And he was always there. So thank you, Dan, for being around and showing your support always, because it makes this worthwhile. So
yeah, I asked him because he had posted his poem that we used, and it was so fucking relatable. And he had posted a video of him doing it at a reading, and I was like, can we use that in the book? And then we were talking about it later, and I mentioned how you had said that sometimes it felt like he was the only one in the audience. And he told me that he'll always be a fan of Muckspout. He said if Muckspout has 1 fan, it'll be him. And if Muckspout has 0 fans, then it's because he's dead. I was like,
and let's hope that doesn't happen for him for a very, very long time.
But Dad's a great guy. I've known him for a little while. He was local until last year. And I love to follow his adventures out in Indiana. So here is the Kickstarter. Now we're recording this days before this is dropping, so hopefully this will have moved since then. But
yes, we are currently filming on Halloween Eve. So
so we are, it's been a slow start, but we are dedicated to making this thing happen. So Muckspout Split, we have 3 main comics in it. One is Feral Punk, which is written by me, and art is by JT Malloy, who is one of my favorite punk related artists out there. Also a local to Chicago guy. So that's fun. And then we have the Starlight Projector. And you can talk about your crew.
Well, it's Stardust Projector, but it's okay.
Shit.
I'll let you do it.
I don't have my glasses.
It's like, you need to be prepared for this, man. No, it's all good. It's basically something I've had rumbling in my head forever, and I've always wanted to do, same as you, music and comics together. And I had actually designed a number of other characters that are tattooed on my arm that never got used, and somehow I came up with these 2 out of the blue and was just like, I want a strong female punk character and her dopey sidekick, Jimmy. And so the main character is Nell. And they're kind of like, you summed it up pretty well in your synopsis. It's kind of like a Warehouse 13 kind of vibe. They do musical artifacts. It's all music stuff in the back room of a record shop. And it's all things that are cursed and, have hauntings. And they're just having fun with the evil in the world, basically. And mine is the art is by Jason Miller, letters by Dave Lentz, who just won a Ringo, I think. Anyway,
Nice.
Yeah, that's it basically.
Awesome. Yeah, I guess I didn't even talk about Feral Punk. I just said that JT drew it. Yeah, Feral Punk is a kind of an urban legend character that I created that kind of like a urban Tarzan, punk rock Tarzan kind of. He grew up raised by wolves in the wildlands around the East Bay area. So he grew up in a homeless community when he wasn't with the wolves and the feral dogs, and so it's kind of it's got some social justice and some comedy and a little bit of mystery and trying to figure out, I guess, is the stuff that's going on with the wolves in his head or is it real? And it's been a lot of fun. Actually, it's a character that I planted seeds for in the Blister comic. And I don't know if anybody will have picked up on that because it's very subtle. But if you recall, in the one story about Harv's past in the Blister trade paperback, at the beginning, Harv is watching Unsolved Mysteries, and it's got Robert Stack talking about this feral kid seen running through the woods in the Oakland area or something. So that was kind of where Feral Punk started.
You were planting Easter eggs really early. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I had the idea for Feral Punk for a little while, and I had like a whole big script written, and then like I was struggling with it, and then actually creating a short out of it was really nice. I have some other stuff written that I can't wait to get to in future issues. And then there's Blister. In this issue, this story of Blister, it's him meeting J Prozac, and it's actually takes place in 2003, and it's based around his song. What's the song's title? It's a very long title.
Those pants would look better on your sister.
Yes,
I believe. Yeah.
It's the Fuck Your Emo Band song. And
yeah, it's just a very, like, there's not much to the song except that point of I hate your fucking emo band. And it just cracks me up, and I think it's just a super fun song, and I've always loved it. And so I mentioned it to Eric, and he ran with it from there. So
yeah, when you said it, it was like, I had this character Randall. He had a brief, he's part of Blister's band in college. In the trade paperback, Randall and Blister run into each other, and Randall's part of an emo band. So as soon as you suggested that song be the basis of the comic, I was like, oh shit, I know exactly what to do. So yeah, that was fun. But one of the coolest fucking parts of this whole thing is the J Prozac music EP. So the song in our intro for this podcast is part of it, but there's 5 songs in total, and I thought it was a lot of fun, like how enjoyable the writing process was for Jay. Like just him listening or reading our comics, and then like just started shooting us these amazing demo songs.
Yeah, he, like, you talk to people, and sometimes they're very wide-eyed and think they're going to take on the world. And like he said, I'm going to write a song for each of these stories. And I said, we were both like, that'd be great if it happens, but if it doesn't, whatever. But true to his word, he wrote a song for every story in this book, plus the podcast thing, plus, so it's just the energy that he fed into this project really sustained us on some of this. It really kept the momentum going, and they're all super tight, fun songs. I can't wait for everybody to hear all this stuff.
Yeah, as he was putting those out, like as he was sending those to us, like just the feral punk, like he just asked for like give me a brief overview of what it's all about. And then we gave him the pages and he read through the story, but like just all the lyrics just were amazing. Like he really fucking nailed it, like what the character's all about. And I just recently made a post on Facebook about feral punk, and I think part of how I was able to concisely talk about it was just based on how he concisely like wrote those lyrics. it was helpful.
Yeah, it's like hearing the soundtrack to a story you wrote come to life it's just amazing, and it really brought it to a completely different level for me. I'm sure it did the same for you. So
yeah, and then so he did the feral punk and the Stardust projector, and then he did a new version of Those Pants Look Better on Your Sister. Did I get the title right?
Yeah, I don't know if he renamed it for this, but I think he kept it the same. I can't remember.
Yeah. So the new version is just amazing. Like all the layering of guitar and stuff he put in there was like just over the top. And then he did the song. The comic ends with Blister and Randall watching the Prozacs on stage, and they're playing the prom night song. And so like based on that, the comic was digging into the emo band stuff. And there's a little joke at the end about like how the band sound, the Prozacs sound emo, or the Prozacs have emo lyrics. And he took that and recreated that song as an emo song. And that's fucking killer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like it was beautiful. Like, and they kind of, it's kind of silly too. It's done so seriously that it kind of made it silly, but like in an awesome way.
Yeah, it was like if this was being dramatized on a CW show. It was a perfect blending of humor and perfection. It was just, he's just killed on this thing. I can't like thank him enough for everything he's done for this project.
Yeah, like I want this to be an awesome success just because I want to keep doing this shit with you guys. And the experience has just been so amazing in putting it together.
Yeah, it's been like working with the two of you has been a dream. And then, working with the artists we worked with and everything too, obviously. But it's, but the three of us have obviously communicated the most amongst each other, and the group chats and everything are just so positive and affirming that, okay, we're all on the same wavelength. We're all happy doing this. And, all three of us are probably in that same boat of like, we know we ain't going to make much money off this, but we're freaking happy doing it. So yeah,
that's like how Kickstarter's always kind of been for me. Like, I know I'm going to put some money into the project and a shit ton of work. But the Kickstarter just needs to like make copies and get copies into people's hands, Yep. Like, I just want my stories out there, and I want other people to have them. And now I want, your story out there, Jay's songs out there. Like, I don't know if he's talked about it anywhere else. But these songs are, a couple of these songs are going to make it onto his next record that he's putting out too, which sounds pretty fun.
Everything he does is super fun. And that's the nice thing, is having things that are, somewhat exclusive to us, but that he can use for his other projects is great. It's like, as long as everybody's like going forward happily, that's all I care about. And it's like everybody's like you said, it's sometimes it feels like a little bit of a slog on Kickstarter, but man, once these things are out into the world, it's going to be like we gave birth finally to this thing.
Hell yeah. So I guess we'll cut it short there and just say the website. Well, a quick way to get to it if you don't want to search it on Kickstarter is muckspout.com/Kickstarter. There's a link there that goes directly to the Kickstarter. And otherwise, you can search Muckspout Split on Kickstarter itself and get there. I'm going to conclude this by playing our Kickstarter video. But first, I do want to mention a couple other Kickstarters, because this Kickstarter whole situation in Kickstarter is a, it's a community, and I think it's only right to share the love.
Yeah, and there's a lot of great stuff out there right now.
So I wanted to call out our buddy Kyron's Kickstarter, Starcore. He actually drew me and a few other creators into the force in the comic that's actually hunting down Starcore. That was kind of fun. So this is a second issue. It's very much influenced by the Darkhawk character from the 90s, who I am infamously a fan of.
Yeah, that's always been a fun character.
Yeah, like ever since his first issue popped, like in like 93 or whatever, I've like his design has always gotten me. And so when he was basing a character, somewhat on that concept, I was like, hell yeah, I'm in. So
not enough. Go ahead. Sorry. No, I'm good.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's got 12 days left as of this recording. It'll probably be like 10 days by the time you're hearing this. But search Starcore on Kickstarter. I think it might be starcorecomic.com, but if that doesn't work, just search on Kickstarter. I actually just shot Kyron an apology recently because I've been sharing the book, but I realized that like I hadn't actually pledged until today. I was like, holy shit, how did I not do that? I even posted about it.
I think I did the same thing about 3-4 days ago. He was posting our link and I'm like, oh my God, I'm such an ass. And so, yeah, like
me and him have been talking about Kickstarter like for the last couple days, like since we launched, and we talk now and then, but I swear to God that I had backed him and shared it. And I think I actually was in the middle of backing him and stopped and shared it and never finished. So I was like, holy shit. So
I look at so many Kickstarter projects that I think I just assumed I did same thing. And it was just, yeah, I was like, oh my God, I'm mortified.
Yeah. I sent him like a fucking 3-paragraph apology. So then we got that. And then Reroll is a new comic by Travis Gibb, and Travis is always a long time punk creator also, and Reroll is based on the tabletop gaming, which is something that I've only recently gotten into in the last couple of years. Are you into that at all?
Into tabletop stuff?
Yeah.
I haven't ever really gotten into it too much now.
It's like you get into it, and then like next thing you know, you have a whole fucking closet full. I'll have to show you sometime. We filled up a closet, put shelves in there, and filled the whole damn thing like in the course of a year. It's absurd.
Oh, it's some things like that. That's why I have to limit my obsessions, because I like once I started collecting vinyl, I was like, all right, I need to stop collecting as many toys because things get out of control very quickly.
Yeah.
But back to Travis, he's always put out wonderful stuff. Orange Cone Productions is wonderful. for our fans, Granite State Punk is probably the one that people would be most interested in too, aside from Reroll, obviously. But yeah, kudos. He's always been wonderful.
Yep. So that's a couple of recommendations. Do you know anything else that's on there that I should mention?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I'm way behind on current projects.
Cool. Then if you're actually listening or watching this and you have something in Kickstarter, mention it. And if it's on when we record next week, we would be happy to mention it probably. Unless it's like,
we'll try to be more prepared next time.
Well, I won't go that far.
We're shaking the cobwebs off, people.
So thanks for listening to us talk about Muckspout Split. And again, you can find that on Kickstarter. And thanks for joining me, John.
And thank you for having me.
Always.
As usual.
And here's our video.
We love punk rock.
Are you ready for 10 of today's punkiest indie comic superstars in one all-new fucking rad collection? Now that's what I call Muckspout Split number 1.
We are Muckspout.
We'll toss you into the mosh pit with 5 new music tracks by J Prozac and this year's most badass new comics. Now you can have all your new favorite hits right here, right now. Visceral Punk from Eric Cockrell, JT Malloy, and Chuck Pino. The Stardust Projector from John MacLeod, Jason Miller, and Dave Lenz. And a new blister comic by Eric Cockrell and J Prozac. Muckspout Split delivers the biggest hits you crave, alongside the poignant poetry of Daniel Almiller, a brand new interview with J Prozac, and covers by Erwin Arosa and Eric Cockrell and Avery Ferdinand. There's never been a collection like this before, until now. To order, go to Kickstarter right now.